Have you seen Flute Face?
No, you guys look cool. You guys look so majestic. Like I think oboe face is exacerbated by the fact that if you pulled an oboe out on the side of a street corner, you would probably get booed. Sometimes I want to perform like turned away.
Don't look at me.
No, please, just listen.
Our next guest is the first oboist and the first reed player featured on the show. She earned her bachelor's degree from Miami University, where she served as principal in several ensembles, and also recently completed her master's degree, right? Okay, got that right. Here at Bean, I didn't know if it was your first year or second year. I'm here at Bean School of Music at Northwestern. She's also been invited to play with the Mason Symphony Orchestra, performs regularly in local chamber groups, and also teaches. We met this past winter in Symphonic Wind Ensemble in the middle of Chicago winter, and also recently collaborated on a mutual friend's recital. And one thing I thought about her and I liked about her, and I thought it would be great to have her here for a chat, is she's very professional and prepared, but in rehearsal, I kind of just feel like we're hanging out. And I think this is a kind of a unique skill and talent. So I thought she'd be great to have on. So welcome to the podcast, Sarah Perry.
Thank you so much for having me. I was super excited when you mentioned that you were doing something like this. And I really admire the fact that you're actually doing it, because a lot of people are just talk, but you're walking the walk.
Thank you. I mean, I would say the same to you. You seem to be very entrepreneurial from what I've gathered.
We gotta be, right?
Yeah. What are your ventures at the moment? So your website, your shop?
Yeah. Too much. Tax season just ended, so I kind of had to go over everything that I was doing and be like,
yay,
is this necessary?
Right? And you've done taxes one time.
I've done taxes one whole time.
I'm a veteran of the taxes.
Of
I
course,
kind of know how these things
the
work.
ripe age of 23 years old, I've done my very own taxes once.
Exactly.
And, I'm very privileged to say that, actually. But no, I'm a very firm believer that to be a good musician, you have to be a well-rounded person. And you maybe shamefully so, you are not going to find me in a practice room too often in comparison to other people, because I have to make a lot of reeds, so that's part of what I sell. I sell reeds. I try to teach lessons and be entrepreneurial in that sense. And then I've kind of recently picked up doing pottery, so a lot of stuff that I'm trying to sell is actually ceramics, and it's really fun.
I was just clicking around on your website, and it was so cute, like little ceramics, and also stickers.
Yes, I love. Well, you got to take advantage of being a student, because those stickers that I was able to print, a lot of that was actually a free process, because just through the university,
a
lot of really great opportunities, which is why I normally give those stickers away for free, because I didn't really spend anything doing them. But if
it's
really
also
want
free
them,
marketing. Like,
I love it. It's like, take a sticker. And I mean, I love geese. And so that's what you'll see on the website. It's
kind
just
of your
a
brand.
lot of really big into honking things.
Well, you do play the oboe.
I know, you kind of have to like it.
You were just before we recorded, you just mentioned oboe face being the worst face, but I disagree, because have you seen Flute Face?
No, you guys look cool. You guys look so majestic. Like I think oboe face is exacerbated by the fact that if you pulled an oboe out on the side of a street corner, you would probably get booed. But with flute, it's like, it's so gorgeous. And I feel like there's just this line artistically, like visually. It's so beautiful to watch you guys play. And when we play, we have veins popping out everywhere because of the back pressure. So it just, it's so hideous. I want to perform like turned away.
Don't look at me.
No, please, just listen.
I don't know. There's some instruments where your face just turns bright red when you play it, and it looks like it hurts you. But I feel like I have a bit of flute face, but what are you going to do? It's like, also because we have no resistance, it's a mixed bag. So we blow away half our air and then have to breathe all the time. And then switching to piccolo, it has a little more resistance, I guess. I don't know. I can do longer phrases without
hole, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can do longer phrases without breathing. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to be dying while I'm playing. So I feel like you picked the right instrument.
Oh, thank you. It's kind of the reverse, because when you hold your breath for a really long time and like the CO2 building up.
Oh.
So there is that level of pain, like, because Bach,
there's no place.
There's no place to breathe. And for flutes, you guys, you have to put it in. But oboes, I feel like that's actually one of my main problems as a player, is like, I can go phrases without taking a breath.
Okay.
And so I'll just do it and do it and do it until finally it's like,
what happens?
I need to breathe. I need to take, and then I just have to, I feel like I take an eighth note of timeout. Luckily, a lot of it's unaccompanied. So it's like, you finish the phrase, and you go, or no, you breathe out. You go, and then you go back into
Okay.
it. And so there is a burning pain, but I could never play the flute because I just don't have that. You guys, I feel like it's such a much larger capacity for moving air than we do.
You should just keep complimenting flute players and then your favorite guest.
Right. Flute. I love flute. It's so great.
It's so great. We love it. Too many people love it. There's too many flute players.
I know, dime a dozen, but you're all so good at it.
I just love Sarah. She's the best.
Right.
But I feel like we should have gone back in time and played the violin if we wanted to be employed.
Right.
Wouldn't have to breathe.
And then, well, no, weddings.
Weddings.
Wedding gigs.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like you might have a better chance at wedding gigs than me.
People just like the flute because it's shiny and it's silver.
Mhm.
The oboe is really great, but it sounds like a duck, and also it's kind of a funeral march.
It's a
sound.
piercing sound.
I mean, I love the oboe. Like,
No. You can. It's okay. I know I'm singing the praises, but no, oboe is so wonderful for certain things. And as much as I wish I could be in wedding gigs, but I also feel like that would kind of be the worst thing to walk down the aisle to.
Oboe is a symbol of death, right?
Right.
In most
Well,
music.
yeah.
So not the best for a wedding.
But also, like, it's the closest approximation to the human voice.
Oh, really?
No.
I've heard people say the violin.
Everyone says that. Everyone wants to be the human voice. We're all trying to be vocalists at the end of the day.
I don't want to be the human voice. I
True.
want to be the flute.
You couldn't be the human. Yeah, you're the cult. What? Colotrul. Oh
The
my
cult.
god.
The
You're
flute
the
cult.
cult. Oh my god.
No, that's just at Northwestern.
Colotra. I'm not saying it right, but
What are you saying?
the really high soprano, Queen of the Night
Okay.
in Mozart.
I don't know opera.
It's okay. It's okay.
I
It's
can
like
Google it.
I'm saying it wrong, and I feel so uneducated, but I know it. I work
Queen
with
of the
opera.
Night?
Yeah, it's a coloratura soprano. I think maybe I did say it correct. It's just like it's a voice type. It's super rare. They sing really high.
Diana Demro?
That's a name of
That's a name of a person.
an opera singer.
I'm the one looking dumb here.
No. It's okay. No, they sing really high. And they can, and it's really impressive. And that's what you guys are. It's the piccolo.
Yeah. Now the piccolo is great because it's also a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Like a self-defense weapon.
Really?
If you
More so than the actual
run
flute?
out of a pepper. Oh yeah. If you run out of your pepper spray, like imagine someone starts attacking you. You pull out a piccolo. You play high B.
Oh, I was just
What are they
thinking you
gonna
were
do?
like gonna whack them.
No, that's
with
not
it.
great.
Yeah.
And also piccolos need a lot of maintenance, so like
Right.
I don't want to.
Well, that's why I was
don't
kind
wanna
of
break
shocked.
it.
But no, you're so right because
No.
that is and you could edit this out. It's a great
Just
rape
giving
whistle.
away my
okay? Like,
giving away my strategies here.
right. Well, because people will have those like alarms that they pull on their purses
Mhm.
or a whistle or anything, and I think the piccolo is a really good stand-in.
Yeah,
in
and
case you leave
like
that
you
at
don't
home.
need a professional piccolo for that.
No. It could
No.
be. They could be 5.
It's actually probably better to have like a student one.
Right.
It's gonna sound more disgusting.
Piercing.
Yeah.
Grating.
Yeah. You know so many words.
Thank you. What can I say? The vernacular is so strong.
Oh my god, vernacular.
I use that incorrectly, don't you worry. But
Okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you so much. But no, I do love sitting next to the flutes because on the other side, not on the
Yeah.
the bell side.
Not on the piccolo side, unless
right.
you have some earplugs.
And well, were you in Wind Ensemble when we did oh my god, Persichetti?
No.
Okay.
I was in this Lincoln portrait cycle, and what else? Oh my gosh. In the middle of winter, what were we playing?
Lincoln Portrait. We did, was it Carmina?
No, I did sub for that twice though.
Oh yes, I did see
that was
there.
not super fun.
I played a lot
the
of
flutes?
Carmina that quarter. I don't know.
One thing about school ensembles is we have a lot of rehearsal,
we sure do.
which is good because the end product is really polished.
Mm-hmm.
But professional groups, probably because they just don't want to pay musicians to be
Of course
in rehearsal.
not. That's so expensive.
Yeah. And then I think just like with anything, the amount of time you have to work on something, you'll just inflate your work to fill the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it won't necessarily be a better product.
Exactly. And then there's a lot of, I feel like, dead time where you're
Yeah.
just sitting in rehearsal waiting. And I think I'm sure you guys experienced that a lot when you were doing the Shostakovich, was it?
Yeah, I wasn't in Nuso this quarter,
Oh
but
shoot, yeah, sorry.
there's a lot of rest, and especially for piccolo in general, so you'll rest for
Sitting there.
30 minutes and
Oh, of
play something
course.
really high and terrible.
And it's beautiful. I love it when composers will give you a very exposed, very difficult part after resting for way too
Yeah,
long.
like I need a couple warm-up notes. Can I just play a
No.
couple notes here?
Well, and that's the fun thing about piccolo is you can't even sneak in a movement before to try out to make sure something works
No.
because everyone will hear that.
Just like walk off stage in the middle of the movement.
Right. Just a little bit
I'm just
of
gonna play some notes in the bathroom, you know.
Do you mind? I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I gotta check something out.
Well, you also play the English horn,
I do.
but there's no piccolo oboe, is there?
No, I mean technically I think there is, but I don't think I've never seen a piece that requires it.
Can't imagine.
I don't know why we want one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't really want one.
I think there is technically a piccolo oboe, but of what we actually use, it's generally oboe and then English horn. The Planets uses the bass oboe, which also cool, but again, just use a bassoon.
Have you played the bass oboe?
I haven't, but
Okay.
one day,
Yeah.
the big OboeCon is coming up.
No way. Oboe.
There's OboeCon. Well, I call
Okay.
it OboeCon. It's called IDRS, International
Okay.
Double Reed Society, and it's being held at my alma mater, so big dub.
Mhm.
It's oboe and bassoon con, so excuse me. But they will likely have a bass oboe there that people can try. So I'm gonna march right up there and, play some
Yeah.
Jupiter or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
the one thing written for bass oboe.
Didn't you? I think you said once you were trying to teach a flute player how to play English horn. Isabel, remember?
Yeah.
We had a sectional, and you were saying it's actually really easy to get a sound the first time. Am I remembering that?
I think so. I think it's very easy to get a sound on an oboe and more so the English horn because there's less resistance. I think the biggest hurdle for kids learning oboe and English or oboe, really, you're not going to pick up. It's like piccolo. You wait a minute.
Yeah, imagine starting on the English
right.
horn.
Oh,
Monster.
Honestly, I kind of wish I could have.
Yeah.
It feels a lot easier, but that I have the prior knowledge of oboe. But I think the hardest thing is just the reeds because you're not going to get the best reed when you start out because you don't want to ball out for a reed that your kid is going to break immediately. So a lot of them start out on something really janky or plastic and then they blow on it and it sounds like, the damned. The souls from hell coming up and clawing.
Like death, but not on purpose.
Yeah. Accidental death.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful.
Oh my god.
But you get through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, oboe. I like to pretend it's really hard. It's not that hard. People are like, oboe's so hard, blah, 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 blah. Oboe and French horn, the hardest instruments wind instruments to learn. I'm like, give it to French horn, dude.
Well,
we're chill.
My impression of the oboe is I would think it's hard because it has just as many buttons as flute.
Mm-hmm.
So, well,
there is like that level of wind dexterity, right, and technical prowess that you're expected to have, but not as much as flute. You guys are crazy. We're over here like our hardest our quick passage is La Scala di Seta, and that you can do single tongue. Like we're not expected to double tongue, flutter tongue.
This surprised me in my chamber group at the end of undergrad. I didn't realize oboes don't really double tongue.
Some
also, they
can.
don't. Wait, you guys vibrate. The clarinets don't vibrate.
Yeah, clarinets don't do vibrato,
which is weird.
Right? Why wouldn't you? It's such an easy instrument to do it on. Why?
Really?
I feel like it is because it's so much less resistance.
We should just talk about instruments that we don't play and
exactly.
be really judgy about them.
Right. The most unqualified people why
would we talk about
that?
The instruments we do play?
Well, because everyone knows we know all about it. So it's time to hear opinions.
No, but the oboe seems hard because you can't double tongue, you can't go so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And also when you play lower notes, it gets louder.
Oh yeah,
opposite for flute.
Real? Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, but we don't project in the low register.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's also like, be louder. I'm trying.
You physically cannot.
Well, the notes just won't speak if you just.
Have you
blow
tried
more.
resonating?
Have I? Oh, let me write that down. Wow.
Feel the vibrations.
Sarah, the
Karina.
flute teacher, also the oboe teacher.
What can I say?
That would be funny if you did it like the wrong side.
This feels wrong.
That does feel wrong.
Sorry.
I don't know what that is.
Incorrect. Like stock images. Ooh.
Exactly. Oh my god.
No, but it can be difficult, but I think I feel like we pretend it's a lot harder than it is. Well, no, we don't pretend it's a lot harder than it is. It is a difficult instrument. All instruments are really hard to get really good at, except for the saxophone.
They have the same fingerings as flute for alto saxophone.
Really?
Well, mostly.
Well, we have the same B flat and C, I think.
Okay.
So,
I don't know. I tried to play the saxophone many, many years ago for 5 minutes, 1 minute. I tried to play a note on it and it honked like a horn. It scared me. Like I actually jumped back.
You have too much air.
Yeah.
You're giving it too much air.
That's why I play the flute. I want to just blow it all away for nothing. just
No,
to
and it's
exert myself.
beautiful. It's so lyrical. It's gorgeous, and
No, I think the flute is great.
the flute is so wonderful. And I do love my oboe.
Yeah.
I like to, it's a love-hate relationship. But I feel like when we say it's really, really difficult, we make it harder on ourselves. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So yeah, the hardest part is the reeds, and it's not because it's they're technically difficult. It's just because they're things with personalities that change every day, and
And the weather too.
the weather makes them change, moisture, humidity. Sometimes they just won't work. I mean, and then you have to treat them like little babies when you're making them. I've just made I just taught Dylan and Ellie, two trombone players, how to make an oboe reed, and it took us 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and I was like, guys, I want to go home.
Can you explain the reed making thing to people who maybe have no idea what that is?
Oh yeah, totally. So oboists and bassoonists, most double reed players have to make
What
their
is
own
a double
reeds.
reed?
Double reed. So imagine a clarinet mouthpiece. You'll have the reed, which is like this piece of wood that's tacked to the mouthpiece, like the black part of the instrument. And when you blow through the instrument, it makes that wood vibrate against the plastic mouthpiece, wood mouthpiece. I don't know. I'm not a clarinet player.
Don't worry about it.
But with oboe, okay, maybe there's a better way to explain this. Sound is vibrations. In order to create sound, you have to have two things vibrating against each other. When we talk, it's our vocal cords. So the reed is our vocal cords, essentially. And the reed itself is two pieces of wood that have been tied together and then whittled in a certain way so that they go like this.
And then with a knife, they've been whittled.
Yeah, with knives. So you have like an audio or auditory weapon. I have like an actual one. It is quite small, so it'd have to be like close range
Do you just
combat,
have one knife, or do you have a lot of knives?
I have like 5.
Yeah, you have 5 weapons.
I have 5 whole weapons for my 5 different hands.
But
One for each finger.
they're really small, but if you could kind of get good at throwing them like darts.
Oh, you're right.
Because then you could get 5 in a row.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Right. Eyes, mouth, something's going down in that altercation.
Yeah.
But when we make our reeds, it starts from tube cane, which is basically a piece of grass, like reeds in the plant. Okay. In the fields. Some manufacturers chopped them down, made sure they're the right size, and then dried them out over the course of many, many years. And then we buy them in tube form, and we take it from a tube to a reed that we put in our instrument, and those 2 blades will vibrate against each other, and then that creates a sound. And I honestly should have brought a reed, but it kind of sounds like, when a little baby chicken goes cheep, cheep, cheep. It sounds like that.
Oh my god, I had no idea. Is that expensive, the raw material you have to buy?
There's like a cane shortage right now.
Oh no.
So it's been more expensive.
Oh my gosh.
And different manufacturers have like their own sort of cane. I really like Olivia cane, which is, I think, harder. And for a quarter pound of that, that's $50, I think. But it's a lot cheaper to make your own reeds. The whole, like, to break down the price of making a reed is kind of difficult because there's so many things that you could buy or not buy. But generally, when you're doing the whole thing, because people can buy cane already prepared, there's a whole processing point that we do before you can even tie it into something that resembles a reed. You can buy it at that stage, and it'll be like $4 per piece.
Okay.
And then the rest of the components of the reed, the staple, which is like the cork that the actual blades go on and then you stick inside your instrument, that can be anywhere from $3.50 to $6. And so generally, I feel like if you were to make a reed from that point, it would be about $10 per reed in raw materials. And then it's like an hour or 2 of actual labor. So that's why your reeds generally cost, like a handmade actual reed will cost from $20 to $30.
Okay.
So it's cheaper to make it yourself when you're buying the tube cane at like $50 per a quarter of a pound. And a quarter of a pound, I don't know how many that's gotten me. I should probably do that math, but
yeah, I'm just so curious how much it costs you a year. Because reeds go bad too. Like
they go, oh yeah, they die.
How long does a reed last?
It depends on how much you're playing on it. So the reeds I make for my high school students, those can last like months because when they make them last months, and it's disgusting. It's so gross.
And they don't practice.
Well, they don't practice. They told me they practice, but I'm like, Okay. But those reeds can get moldy too, so
Oh my
it's really
gosh.
gross. I know, because it's wood. It's like it's actual, like it's a fiber, and bacteria, a biome can be created on that thing, so you got to be really careful. But my reads generally last about maybe 2 weeks, just with how much I
Okay.
play.
I thought it would be longer than that. That's
No,
crazy.
no, and 2 weeks is well, for them to sound good, about 2 weeks. Some people stretch them longer. Of course, I definitely want to stretch mine longer, but you shouldn't.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't play on a dead reed. It creates habits that are really hard to break when you're actually playing on new reeds, and then it makes you make reeds that don't last that long because you want a dead reed. It's like ballet. I feel like oboists and ballet dancers have a lot in common, just because ballet dancers with their point shoes. They're always
Right.
breaking them in. They're always like messing them up, doing some crazy stuff to them, and then they die within a week or two. And so, I mean, ballet shoes are a lot more expensive than an oboe reed, but still, it's like the same idea.
Well, but I don't know if ballerinas do labor on their shoes to craft them. Because
A
how many
bit.
hours do you spend a week in the reed room?
I think that is a big discrepancy as to the difference in technicality between flute players and oboe players, because I think half of my time that I could be practicing is reed making. And I like reed making because I turn on trash reality TV while I do it. So
I do that while I'm practicing.
let's
I'm
say
just
the
kidding.
Subway Surfers, for legal reasons, we're kidding, but
If my teacher sees this, I'm kidding.
I'm so zoned in. I'm
Oh, yeah.
always
I'm
practicing.
locked in.
I'm never watching Young Sheldon.
Right.
But
Young Sheldon.
I've
That's
seen
not
so
even
much of it.
good.
I know.
What?
I said trash TV. I never claimed to be a TV savant.
Okay.
I've seen so much of Young Sheldon and like purely YouTube shorts.
It's just like the funniest random sequel thing they could have ever made.
Right. Well, and they made another sequel based on his
Younger Sheldon, baby Sheldon.
No. Sheldon's older brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a stretch.
It was a stretch, but apparently it's a
good?
really good show.
Okay.
So I hear.
Wow.
I don't
People are
know.
going to learn so much.
So much about
podcast.
music.
Yeah.
We're really all about the music here.
Yeah.
And also Young Sheldon.
And also Young Sheldon.
Because what else would we
Young
talk
Sheldon,
about?
you're welcome to come on the podcast.
I don't know what his name is, but please come. Please join. Karina's a great host.
A great host.
Yeah.
The best.
Listen, we want to learn all about your craft as an actor. But no, I spend too much time making reeds. Not everyone does.
I mean, actually though, or is this just the life of a professional oboe player?
I don't know how long other people are spending on it, to be quite fair, but I know in comparison to my peers, I do a lot more reed making. Also because of the entrepreneurial side of things, like I do get orders, so I have to, I have to fulfill them, but I like making the reeds and I'm in there all the time. And I know a lot of other oboe players, especially at the caliber at which we're playing and how much we're playing. People are like, okay, this reed will work. I will make it work. I've got to practice. And so it is a balance right there of when you actually need to allocate time to practicing the instrument versus making the instrument.
I mean, I'm just thinking if I had to spend half of my practice time maintaining my instrument somehow, how much less I would get done.
Right.
And I guess is that just the way the oboe is, or is it are professional orchestral oboe players just not sleeping?
I bet they make less reeds. I bet
someone can make it for you.
Some people can. I do know of a few professional oboists who do buy reeds from other professional oboists, but you know yourself best. Every reed is unique. It's like, not to be too millennial, but a lot of Harry Potter fans out there. Not to lean into the culture, but I know it's like the wand chooses the wizard. Okay. Everyone like compares the oboe reed to, it's a very finicky thing, and so it's got to be for you. Because if I were charging the top dollar and really personalizing a reed for someone, I would not make them the same reed I make for myself, because I have a different mouth shape. My lips are a lot fuller. I have a different playing style. Maybe I use a lot more air. Maybe I use less air than this person. Maybe this person really likes to blow against a goddamn tree, because some people have really hard reeds and I don't get it, and that's why their face turns really, really red.
And they have oboe face.
They got bad oboe face.
But you can't tell them because they're paying you.
Exactly.
You look so beautiful.
You're
when you play.
gorgeous. Wow. Let's take a photo of that and post
so
it
can
everywhere.
you ask your customer what they want in a reed and get actual information from that? Or is it like they don't even know what they want? You just have to give them something and trial and error?
Yeah, so a lot of people actually really like this one brand called Vocal Majority. They are a oboe bassoon business. They sell a lot of reeds. They do summer camps, and they have a very unique system of how they grade their reeds. And it can be very frustrating, actually, when people come to me and say, so I play on a number 14 from Vocal Majority. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I've never played on a number 14 from Vocal Majority. So I have to ask them in layman's terms of, so is it like soft? Is it easy? Or is it hard to play on? But then that's another whole host of issues because I'm also a student. So, my level of discernment can be not as great. And that's why my reads are cheaper because you're paying for my level of skill. But some people also say, I like the medium soft, hard, blah, blah, blah. And I try my best to accommodate for that. But in my opinion, a reed that is soft is a reed that is flat. And a reed that is really hard is a reed that is unplayable. So I give them something I can play on, but maybe it's a little easier because I've whittled some out in a certain section that will still allow for the pitch to stay up. But it's also not the most traditional way of grading because a lot of these reeds that these kids are buying that aren't handmade are done on this mass-produced thing called a profiler, and that just shaves off a certain amount of cane for each reed. Like it's a little machine. It goes whoop, and then zoop, zoop, and then you're done. And those reeds suck. They're so terrible. I'll get them and I'll have a student that brings me a reed that's been that has had that done to it, and I have to do so much to raise the pitch because a lot of times they'll get the medium soft and then it's just the flattest thing you've ever seen. They'll play an A, it sounds like a G. It's bad. It's really bad, and that's why oboe is hard because that.
I mean, you guys are in charge of tuning the whole orchestra because it's because the oboe is the hardest to change intonation, right? So
kind of.
You guys are just stubborn stick in the mud, so everyone has to tune to you.
Sure. No,
in a nice way.
No, we actually can change pitch really easily.
Okay, someone told me that one time. Why do you guys tune the orchestra?
I've been told it's because our timbre. We cut through very, very easily. Oh. You can hear us. And we have almost a drone-like sound. So with a clarinet, if they were to play, I feel like if I were to represent it with a shape, it would be like a little fuzzy circle. And then oboe, you can make a pinpoint. And so it's really easy to hear that and tune right into it. There aren't as many overtones when you're doing the tuning note. Okay. We want to have overtones when we're playing, but specifically tuning note, you want it to be a drone, and that's why they generally tune to us.
That makes sense. I wonder if I've just been repeating.
No, it's okay. That's also a very valid belief because we generally are also the most out of tune. So
how you met the piccolo?
You guys do great.
We do great.
You're always
I love it
tune.
when composers score the piccolo with the E flat clarinet in unison in their highest octave. That's my favorite thing.
Why do they do that?
Yeah,
and then I love sitting in rehearsal, and then a very well-meaning conductor is making those two players tune, and it's like
hold it,
just hold it.
All right, great.
So you see how that feels? Do that again during the concert. So that's not how that works. Yeah. Actually, that's actually not helpful at all. But.
And also just hold it, and you're playing the highest note on the piccolo. It's like, yeah. I was thinking also maybe the oboe tunes because you guys are loud and you can breathe less too.
That also really helps.
If the flute had to tune, we'd be like gasping for air.
Right.
Yeah.
I love when I tune, and no, I hate when I tune.
I was going to ask you, it seems kind of scary.
No, it's awful. Oh my God. No, I think you were in this concert when this happened. So at Northwestern, we're such an established little school that we have a concert pre-recording that says, "Welcome to the Beaton School of Music. Please silence your phones, blah, 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 blah," right? I get up there. I turn to my dear friend, flute player, Isabel, and I'm like, I tune when the lights change, right? And she's got this beautiful curly hair, and so she nods, and it's bouncing everywhere. And I remember she's emphatically, yes, you tune when the light change. So lights change. I go, meh, and then you hear just booming, "Welcome to the Beaton School of Music," and she joined in with me. So thank God she tried. I wasn't alone, but I had to put that instrument down with shame.
And just you can't show a single emotion.
Oh no, I totally showed so much of it. I mean, I was laughing. I was like,
oh my gosh.
And then I went off and I apologized to the conductors, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
What did they say?
They were like, it's okay. Well, apparently the story was because we have conducting students at Northwestern, and their job before the concert started was to tell me when I tune. And to be completely fair and honest, they did do that. Except they did it as an announcement to everyone in the green room, and I was in the very back, and I was
Can't pay
talking to
attention in the
someone,
green room.
and
Come on,
I'm not going to pay attention when someone explicitly tells me to pay attention.
Yeah.
Sorry, obviously. And so I missed that. Like, I heard bits of it, and then I thought I was fine when I clarified with my good friend Isabel.
I like how you're just throwing her under the bus. You want to get the last name in there too?
No. For privacy's
Yeah, of
sake.
course. No, but you guys have a big responsibility.
It is. It's tough. It's really tough.
Even every rehearsal, I mean, we're supposed to probably show up earlier and be ready earlier than we are, but most people kind of just roll up and there's a few minutes left. But
Right.
soon you're playing a solo. It's got to be in
It's
tune.
so annoying. And like, I was so honored that I was very privileged this past summer to be invited to play with the Prague Summer Nights Music Festival. Their oboist at the time had something happen, so she had to leave early, and they needed someone, and my name somehow came up, and I flew out there. I had to pay for the flight, but I didn't have to pay for the festival because I was just there for the last week. I land the next morning after like 6 hours of sleep. I had to tune in Vienna.
Wow.
And no one told me we were doing 442 instead of 440, and I should have asked. I that was on me to ask, but also it was kind of also on the other oboist to be like, oh, BTW 442. So I start going, meh, and I haven't had much of a chance to actually play on my oboe in this new environment again, where we're talking about how weather and everything affects the reed. I'm so sharp. It's so bad. And like, I was trying to prepare before the actual rehearsal, but I couldn't really hear myself, and it was tough. I'm making a bunch of excuses, but it was bad. And the second oboe was like, oh, it's 442, it's 442. And I'm like, girl, I'm playing at like 450 right now. I don't think that's gonna make any difference.
Oh my gosh.
It was bad. But yeah, the tuning A is kind of awful. My mom was an oboe player when she was younger.
Wow.
I know, that's why I got into this thing. And I did youth orchestra, and it was the first time I'd ever tuned, like for the concert. And as we're walking home from that concert, she turns to me and she says, Sarah, that tuning A was terrible. We're gonna work on that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Dang. Talk about tough love.
Tough love. It's great playing the instrument that your parent plays, because there's no such thing as like a judgment-free practice time when you're home. Like, you'll play something and she's like, that wasn't the right rhythm.
My mom played flute.
Oh God.
But she hated it.
Oh, okay.
So it's totally fine.
Oh, it's so chill.
Yeah.
And so she's like, oh, you're so wonderful.
Well, she said that
I never could have.
she said that she played in a flute ensemble in college.
Oh.
Not as part of her degree or anything.
But that's so fun.
But she said she would be practicing and she hated it so much she would be crying.
Oh my.
And she would get really nervous. But now she has stress dreams where she shows up at my recital and I'm not there. And they're like, you have to fill in for her recital. And she'll like wake up stressed.
Oh my God.
And she won't play duets with me or anything.
That's so sad.
But anyway, she had her old flute in the house, which is why I started playing it.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. But your mom, was she like professional oboe?
No, she did it in college. But she had her old oboe. But I went to a creative arts school when I was younger, and I was actually a visual art major. And
Is this like high school?
No, it was a middle school.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy,
okay.
I know. Go Kentucky, weirdly enough. But they started us very young on electives, and you could do orchestra or band in 4th grade. And so my mom was driving me home, and she was like, so you can either play violin or you can play oboe. And I had never actually seen what an oboe looked like. I'd always heard one because she was a music teacher.
You mean you heard like the ducks outside?
I heard ducks, so I knew what those were, but I wasn't quite sure. No, we'd play like the what's this instrument game in the car, because she'd make me listen to like orchestral music when we drove home. She was very, she was a big proponent of music education, yet somehow she didn't train me to have relative pitch. So, it's like, we really dropped the ball there, Mom.
You mean like doing ear training when you're 5 years old?
Exactly. I think I would have been such a beast if I had good ear training when I was a child, but I will be doing that to my kid. It doesn't matter if they end up in music, but I'm going to be like, so sing me an A.
Would you do the same? Give them an option of like oboe or a violin?
No,
I want you to be employed.
No, I'd let them choose. I wouldn't force them into oboe, or sorry, I wouldn't force them into music, but they will definitely be surrounded by it. So that will be fun. But I ended up picking oboe because I didn't know what it looked like. And then I started in 4th grade, so that's why it's kind of crazy to start on oboe. I know a lot of people start on flute or saxophone or something, and they'll transition
most
to
people
it.
get converted by a desperate band teacher.
Exactly. And then I was just terrorizing that desperate band teacher because she had like 4 of us.
She's like, please play the flute.
Please switch to anything else. I don't want this. Please, God. But never did switch. Sorry.
Yeah. So did you have kind of a lot of pressure in your house because your mom was a musician?
Not too much. She wanted me to do well. Well, my first ever honor band audition, actually. My mom is a very realistic person. She did not raise me under any false promises of anything. She was also a very anxious woman. So like whenever I had an audition, she could not be there. She'd drop me off and she'd go sit in the car. And I was like, that's so fair. Because you being anxious would make me really anxious. And so that was really good actually, because now I'm not a super anxious person. She's leached it all out of me. But my first ever audition for something that was actually somewhat meaningful was 6th grade honor band. I'd just gotten my braces on and we're driving there and she tells me, now Sarah, if you don't get in, that's okay. And I got first chair. So I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
Take a look at this, Mom.
Yeah. How about that, Mom?
Yeah. Suck it, Mom. No, she was very proud, but there was never any pressure to do very well, but there was always pressure to try. And so that was that was great. She'd always be like, Sarah, why aren't you practicing right now? You have this thing coming up that you wanted to do. And so I'm very grateful for that. But I wasn't grateful for whenever I was practicing Beethoven Eroica and she'd be like, so your dotted 16th note rhythm is wrong. Or dotted 8, excuse me.
Yeah. No oboe child of mine will play the rhythm like this.
Oh, yeah. God forbid. Yeah. It sounds like a triplet. It's not.
It's just like literally the audition panel, but in your house.
Exactly. Yeah. But except she doesn't just say, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Thanks for playing.
But that sounds like the perfect kind of balance of what you want from your parents, which is they want you to work hard, but then they're not so attached to the outcome. But at the same time, because she was so nervous for your auditions, she obviously cared a lot.
She did.
About you.
She's been a very supportive mother, and I'm very grateful for her. I mean, mothers and their daughters, we have our problems, but she's been so great about this whole music thing. And I know not everyone has that relationship with their parents in regards to what they chose to do. And I guess it just really worked out because she also played piano. So for a long time, she would be my accompanist. That was awful. I didn't enjoy that.
Why?
Because then teacher mom always came out.
Yeah, teacher
right?
mode.
And teacher mode, like when I had lessons with her, then she'd be like, okay, we're going to do a lesson. We're going to actually learn this, blah, blah, blah. That was always a little tough. But once I got an actual teacher that wasn't her, that was great because I'd have the help at home. But then there was that nice balance we could strike.
It's kind of like people say, don't go into business with your family.
No, don't. That would be a bad idea.
It's the same kind of thing. I think, having that boundary.
Exactly. And that's why I both respect and question people who homeschool their kids. How do you keep those boundaries and how do you draw the line and be that authoritative figure, but also balance being the mom or the father and whatnot.
Because stereotypically, the mom is sort of like unending love, and you can do nothing to turn them against you.
Exactly.
They're just always there. And then dad also, you can't turn them against you, but they're kind of pushing you. Like they want you to climb the tree, even though you might fall and hurt yourself.
They're the tough love.
And mom is like freaking out.
My baby.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you have to be a teacher too, it's a
hard thing to balance.
Yeah. I know school didn't always exist, but I feel like you need that time from your family to just appreciate them more at any stage of life.
Yeah, and it makes life a little bit easier for them, I hope.
Yeah, like in COVID when all the marriage rates or the divorce rates went up.
I would not be surprised. Yeah. You need time away.
Yeah.
People need to relax and
exactly
decompress and not always be overstimulated by even someone you chose to be with you forever.
Yeah, I mean, we're all just people.
Right. And
are you an extrovert? I would guess.
No, I'm an introvert.
Okay.
I love my alone time so much, but I also love to yap. So
I would say the same. People think introvert means you are anxious or you can't be social, but
nah.
I think you can totally have good social skills and then also get drained a little faster than other people, or like you are just so fulfilled by socializing that you only need a little bit of it because
Right.
it just, permeates so
Exactly.
quickly.
And that's why we're better than everyone else.
Better than everyone else.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Extroverts, go away.
What's wrong with you?
Come on.
They want too much.
They're
They need
just
too much.
They're really needy.
Yeah.
No, it's very. I used to love MBTI, and I know that's not a real thing.
What is that?
Have you not done it before? It's called 16
No,
personalities.
the Myers-Briggs?
Yeah, Myers-Briggs.
Okay. I didn't hear that. Okay.
Sorry.
Wait, what are you?
I'm an INTP.
Oh, I'm an INTJ.
Oh, you're rare.
Yeah, I'm pretty special.
Honestly, I see it though, because I feel like you're such an inquisitive person. I have many memories of you, but one that was kind of recently, as I think you, it was during our sectional, and it was just completely out of nowhere. You turned to Ryan Ha and you're like, "What's your greatest fear?" And you meant it genuinely.
I would do that.
It was incredible. I was like,
the fact that I don't even remember this specifically. That's just like something.
That's just your norm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, him and I were talking about AI
Mhm.
in our sectional instead of playing.
Well, I hate it when people do sectionals with instruments that it needs to be guided. There has to be a specific goal, and then it can't be the entire period because
just 2 hours.
2 hours of us looking at the
Unsupervised.
same 10 measures. Like, there's nothing else we have aligned.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, but but that is funny. I would do that. But I mean, I'm a waitress too.
Oh, nice.
And then I found one employee there
Mhm.
who's my friend, and you just need one person where you can ask those crazy
Mhm.
out of the box questions and they'll kind of humor you.
Mhm.
Because a lot of other people will be like, haha, I don't want to talk about that, which I get because
Yeah.
it's a lot. Wait, but what does the P in INTP stand
Perception, I think. Perceptive. Judgment
J is
versus
judging.
perceiving.
for? Okay. So, judging sounds worse because
No,
you're
it's
just like
not.
taking stuff in and being kind of,
But you're actually developing opinions on it.
yeah.
So you're extrapolating.
I mean, do you think judging is bad?
No, I love judging.
Yeah. I mean, we all make judgments.
We
right?
all make judgments. We all make decisions. We all have biases.
You can't make decisions if you don't have opinions about stuff.
Exactly.
Even
And
if
I
it's
love
wrong.
having uneducated opinions on
Yeah.
things.
Let's talk about the trombone.
I hate those people.
Oh my gosh.
No, honestly, I used to be so not a good team member in that way where I feel like I didn't know any of the names of people that sat behind me because I just never turn around. And it's like, I don't know what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. But I think coming here, it really helped that like I had a meet cute with my friend like on orientation week, and she happened to play trombone. Female trombone players, woo. Female
Yes.
brass players,
Yeah.
incredible. The rest of them, ah.
Also, side note,
Yeah.
they practice in the parking lot. And is it just because their instruments sound so bad, they need it to be super resonant? Otherwise, they can't bear to play it.
Honestly,
Brass players, we love you.
potentially. I also I imagine that if I had to play an instrument that had that much sound in such a room this size, I would probably go crazy.
Oh.
So maybe it's like the freeingness of being outside and being able to really hear your tone and
Just like enjoy
it and force other people to enjoy it too.
Yes, the stereotype of brass players. I
Right.
was walking from being
Mhm.
into rehearsal, just like outside. It's a small little area hallway, and there was a singer just full on opera singing, like walking from one building to the next. And then there were some other people around, and I kind of looked at them and I was like, "Singers, am I right?" And they're like, "Haha, yeah, but we're singers too." but they were like, "But we're not that kind of singer."
Well, they're all that kind of thing.
Just imagine you walk outside with your oboe and you're just
I
like
would
playing
never
the
be able
part
to
of
do that.
excerpt.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
There is that level of I think it truly is extroversion
Yeah.
almost, and singers have to have it
Mhm.
because your instrument is so personal because it's you, as they like to say. I work with singers, so I can't be cruel, but they have to have this forward facing personality and not care about that judgment because that is just the nature. I feel like I can so easily hide. I mean, my instrument's tiny, but we can hide behind this instrument, and it's like, and it's not a problem. There's me, and then there's me as a musician, and then I feel like that line is so blurred when you're a singer. But I don't know what's up with the brass players. Like, where's this audacity?
It's like a
coming from?
Seinfeld. What is up with the brass players?
No, and maybe I shouldn't have gone to music school if I have this opinion, but I don't want to drive to school at like 8 a.m. and hear Mahler
And it's
5.
15 degrees.
It's luckily they do it when it's nice out, but I feel like that ruins the day. I'm kidding. No, you roll up and it's like blah 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 blah. Oh God, no.
I think you're INTJ.
Oh, you think? Maybe
You're
I need to
judging
retake
right
it.
now.
I'm very judgmental.
Join us.
Oh God, the dark side, it's calling.
But I interrupted your story. You're saying since you came here, you had a mindset shift.
Yeah, I feel like I've just had a lot more of an opportunity to interact with, more people from different sections of the orchestra and band, which is crazy because at first I thought Northwestern, it was really hard to go talk to people because everyone is so busy.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to pin people down and actually have, those small, quiet moments of, oh, hey, we're in the same ensemble. Would you want to get coffee?
OMG.
Oh, didn't you hate that piece they chose? But I've had that chance, and the trombones have been so welcoming. It's actually really sweet how kind they are and how golden retriever like their studio is. Genuinely, it's like a bunch of puppies, but they're all very sweet. I've talked to a few trumpet players, and it also really helps that there's so many female brass players here. And I feel like they're kind of my in of like, oh, I feel really comfortable talking to you. You're such a great musician. And you don't always have that everywhere because it's tough being a female brass player. And my hats off to them. I salute them incredibly. So but that must be hard.
Yeah, I guess we do associate it with being more of a male thing.
It's very male dominated.
But I can't imagine people being overtly like saying that out loud.
No,
nowadays.
right? But
maybe it's an attitude thing.
I think it's an attitude thing, and I think it's just the old culture of things. Because you look at all the major orchestras, and you look at the sections and who's leading them. French horn, ooh, that's becoming more of a female thing. I don't have a better way to put it, and I don't know. It's not to go too deep into gender science on your podcast, but I almost worry that it might become a thing where biology is actually starting to lose some of that basic respect as a science. It's like psychology and biology. Well, they're two different things, but now that they are becoming much more represented, female and female presenting or women presenting people are more represented in those fields. They're less respected, and so it's like, I really hope that doesn't happen with French horns. And just more women in the brass section, more women everywhere in general, more women in jobs, and higher playing levels. And also stop doing no hires. All of my lists of blah, blah, blah.
No hires, like when there's an audition and they don't choose anybody.
Yes. Oh
yeah, this is crazy because it's already ridiculous to get an orchestra job.
Right?
And then
no one was good enough today.
Yeah, it's like, how is that possible, first of all? But the rumor that I heard is that because of the unions, they have to have a public audition, but that they invite the person they really want privately. Do you know anything about that?
I don't, but that would make sense.
I mean, because you get so many applications for any audition.
Yeah.
Because these are popular instruments.
Yeah.
And then to say, wow, we picked
nobody. So
like,
no
that's
one's
just
good enough
so
today.
much time and effort and money on their part.
Well, it's such a waste,
Yeah.
truly. Like, and I get maybe you are going to invite someone privately, then don't do 3 rounds of finals.
Yeah.
Like, don't waste everyone's time.
Don't have the list be 50 excerpts.
Exactly.
Jesus.
I hear there's a thing in acting that is not the most common, but is starting to maybe come up on a rise, is paid auditions, where these people actually get paid for their time because you're coming in and you're presenting a product to someone. And I know that's maybe not the most affordable business model, but it would be nice.
Yeah, I think in the olden days, my teacher mentioned for auditions that he took when he was younger, they would pay for your ticket and fly you out, like an invitation kind of thing. But that's because orchestras had more money. And now, I mean, are you worried about the future of orchestra? Because when you go to the orchestra now, a lot of the audience is older people. And that's unfortunate because people aren't appreciating orchestra as much, but also just for our job prospects in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we all have a healthy level of concern for where things are going, and there's always that uncertainty of the job market. But I think if big orchestra houses also learn how to adapt, right? And I'm not saying we must debase ourselves and always put the Harry Potter soundtrack, but That's what makes
The
the
Harry Potter
money.
soundtrack.
Right? That makes so much money. You sell out a house every time you do that. I know
Yeah.
licensing fees and whatnot, but there are ways for, these houses to make money and I think stay afloat and continue giving back to the community. They're not dying. People still goes and see live music for a reason. Obviously, it has stood the test of time. It survived radio. It's surviving YouTube. It will survive AI.
Mhm.
I mean, it just will have to change a little bit to suit the needs of a newer generation, and
Mhm.
that's for smarter people to figure out than me. But
No, I think you're right though. But what I see is that orchestras are playing more and more pops stuff.
Mhm.
And kind of the implication there is that people actually want to see the pop stuff and they don't want to see the classical stuff. But it's sort of like taking your medicine.
right,
And it's so that our donors and sponsors who like the
right,
classical stuff will keep paying that. But I feel like the answer is more along the lines of you have pop, you have your normal
Mhm.
stuff, you have stuff by new composers that's good. But people aren't going to like the music unless they grew up listening to it.
right. You need the context,
Right. Because you mentioned you would listen to classical music in your house.
Mhm.
And that hooks it into your brain that you
Exactly.
appreciate that. And
Exactly.
not just like, oh, I'm cultured, I'm going to the orchestra. Is it
Mhm.
over yet? I'm checking my watch.
Right,
But it's actually deeply meaningful to you.
right.
And you're not going to get that if it's like only Ariana Grande and orchestra
I agree.
arrangement.
Well, and you need to introduce it to people in a way that they understand because so many people love Ride of the Valkyries, right?
Mhm.
They just don't know that it's Wagner. They don't know that it's Ride of the Valkyries. You hear, oh my God. So I'm chronically online, Karina, horrendously chronically online. And this reminds me of, so Timothy Chalamet made comments about
Right.
like the dying, he doesn't want to
Opera
be part of,
ballet.
yeah, he doesn't want to be part of a dying art. And I understand where he's coming from. I mean, his mother was in the arts. She was a ballet dancer. And he probably witnessed well, also ballet dancers have it so much worse than we do. Like they are not paid. It's a very expensive thing. Blah 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 blah. Different podcast, different hour long thing.
Mhm.
But it's kind of insulting because he comes from something that so directly is benefited from those arts. It's such an intersectional art form that he's in. Your sound score, your sound scene, opera singers are doing all of that. The set design, all of this comes together and creates a good movie. And I feel like right now we really are losing decent media. You look at the movies that come out and it's like, wow, this is kind of trash.
Marvel number 7 and
Marvel number 7, this Disney movie is
there's
terrible.
a Moana live action coming up. I saw that. I was like,
and somehow Dwayne The Rock Johnson looks more bald with a wig on than he does without the wig.
he can kind of sing, kind of.
You know what? He did his best.
He did his best.
I appreciate the effort. I'm really upset that he's not in the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action because he could play the boulder.
Because he needs more money.
He needs more money. Listen, my favorite movie of him was when he played like an adoptive father.
Yeah, I remember that.
He played football.
I remember this.
And they had spaghetti.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
I
think that was a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah.
A decom.
I fully remember. I don't remember the name.
Neither do I. I'm so glad you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I think we're from the same brain cell.
This is beautiful. it split. It did like meiosis.
Yeah. Well, we only need one.
Right. It's just bouncing between. Yeah. And like all men with a podcast, we need to be stupid for views as well. So
we talk about UFOs or something.
What's an UFO?
I know what updog is. She's too smart. She's too good.
Yeah, I know. I see. I had the brains. Did you really? That poor woman.
She didn't get it.
Oh, it's so tragic.
No, the best one I've done to my mom is Ligma, because her company uses this software called like Figma or something like that. And I'm like, oh, Figma, like Ligma. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my.
I still get it. Yeah.
I see. That's the fun part about working with high schoolers, right?
Yeah.
You gotta avoid saying all the things.
6,
7. Well, another thing, hanging out with trombonists, you also have to avoid those same topics because again, they are puppies.
Yeah. Also, do they have to warm up playing bolero? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
It helps them.
I am sure it does. It infuriates me. Bolero and I have a tenuous relationship at best. I have a good friend who she's really getting into opera. She non-classical musician. She played harp growing up a little bit, but she's getting back into music. And she called me one day and she said, "I really love bolero," and I had to question a lot of things about our relationship. I was like, I don't know if we can continue because this is This is the worst thing I've ever heard you say.
I think this says a lot about you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Bolero, it's just simple, melodic, but it goes again and again, and it's not quite right. Like the harmony's not quite right.
And you know, I read a Reddit comment once saying that Bolero is a mastery, like it's a masterful representation of good orchestration. Like mathematically, it's a great piece. You actually listen to it. Oh.
I just think it symbolizes daily life and
monotony.
Yeah, it's just like
that's a sad
another
outlook.
day, and it comes back again and again, but it's a little different, and it's not quite right. And like you can hum along, and maybe you'll have a better time, but really inside you're like, oh, I'm so sick of this.
This is terrible. Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I'm okay. This is a cry for help.
It kind of sounds like a timpani beat for help. Okay.
That's like a reminder of death coming soon. Like,
oh, it's like Earl King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's the hoofbeats.
Okay.
Bolero is slightly traumatic for me because I'm a huge figure skating fan. And surprisingly, so many people use Bolero as a piece. Like a one couple, ice dance couple made it really popular in the 90s, in the 1900s. Sorry. I don't even remember if it was the 70s, 80s, or 90s, whatever. They like circumvented the rules, and it was like your program can only be a certain length. And that starts when your blades hit the ice. So they started the program on their knees because the phrasing of the music wasn't quite right with the timing. So that was really cool. Then a bunch of people also did Bolero. A lot of people do Carmen's One Leg, everything you're going to do. But did you hear about like the Russian doping scandal in figure skating a couple years ago for winter? Yeah, that was to Bolero.
I mean, but that's not Bolero's fault.
No, that's not Bolero's fault, but it is just kind of a terrible situation.
The Russians are going to cheat at everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But Tchaik is great.
Yes.
Tchaik is wonderful.
Yes. I love Tchaikovsky.
What's your favorite flute, like, canon excerpt?
Oh, it would be different. The one I like listening to the best and the one I like playing the best.
Okay.
It's probably Afternoon of the Faun is really pretty, but it's just awful because they pick the worst note. They pick C sharp, which is just your pinky, so you have to do all the tuning yourself.
Oh, it's an open note.
Yeah, so it'll just land wherever if you don't have the pitch exactly in your mind. So like there's a thing you can do where you kind of pop the key to hear what the pitch is. So I do that before I have to play, so I know what I'm aiming for. Yeah.
Oh, that's so smart.
I think it's a hack. I haven't gotten in trouble for it yet.
No, don't be.
No, but that one's kind of like really pretty. But to play, there's some good piccolo excerpts.
Really?
Yeah. Like the Tchaik for
okay, that is cute. Yeah.
Cute. It's hard, but it's cute. I do like it.
Okay.
But there's this famous flute player, Emmanuel Pahud. Have you heard of him? Okay. Have you ever seen his YouTube channel? So he has like playing with a pro, and it's him with the piano. But when he plays the solo, he's playing it, and then he will gaze directly into the camera. It's like Daphnis and Chloe's solo.
Oh God.
Yeah, and he will look like right in the camera, and he can do this thing when he's playing where he smiles with his eyes. And all of the comments, you have to look at this. It's just women saying how hot he is. And I know that he knows this because in every recording I see, he's like,
hey. Anything for viewer retention.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but just the skill of being able to smile and also seduce people with your eyes while playing.
We have a poster of William Welter in the read room where he's just staring at you while you make reads. And you know what? It does compel me.
Yeah.
It compels me to be better.
Yeah, exactly. But I wanted to say on your Timothée Chalamet thing.
Oh, yes.
I feel like he's one of the people who's going to be replaced sooner because with AI in movies, now they can just capture the likeness of a person and then put them in instead of hiring a human actor.
And I really hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But it already is starting to with AI actors. And I find it quite gross because AI is, and I don't like using it. I really don't. But AI itself is a tool, and I feel like maybe we're using it too fast. Like it needs to get streamlined to a point where it doesn't have such a terrible environmental impact. But it is a good tool when used correctly. And I think it's a tool to help humans, supplement things that are more monotonous and like data entry, data scraping, making sure that, dotting your I's, crossing your T's. It's not to replace art. Yeah. I mean, that is what makes us human, is how we express ourselves and how we, explore the world around us. And I think it's so sad that some of us are just becoming so blinded by this new shiny thing, and we're like, well, we can use it for everything. No more Timothy Chalamet. No more music. And it's like, this isn't really necessary. There's so many people in this world that are creating. We don't need a machine creating too.
Yeah. No, I definitely hear that. And I think it is a tool though, and ultimately I do think it will be for the best.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go in the arts, but I think if it replaces something that you wouldn't care if you lost the skill for anyway,
Mhm.
like, oh, now I don't have to take a lot of time to write really nice emails.
Right.
Okay, if you lost the skill to write a good email, would you be really sad? Like, as long as I can keep using this tool, no. I
You
can
might be clowned on,
use
but
my brain for something else.
right.
But yeah, replacing humans creating stuff, you can trick people. Like, you can show them AI art and
Mhm.
human art, and people don't actually know
Right.
what the difference is, but it feels good to know that a person made it.
It feels good to know someone made it, because then you have the context of that person's life. Like,
Yeah.
then you realize, oh, this is a window into what they were feeling, how they were doing, or it could also be nothing. It's like, oh, it's just a silly, fun little thing. But there is beauty of someone sat down and created this and put meaning and thought into it. And maybe I'm a little wuss, but I really like that. I like the story, and I enjoy like consuming art and going to the art institute and looking at the popular things that I learned about in school, because that's where it starts, is, arts education. And then we can actually appreciate the effort that people put in. And yeah, teach your kids about classical music.
Yeah.
Make them watch Lord of the Rings and then have them become obsessed with the
Like the
soundtrack.
full long.
I
hour
honestly
long.
haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it, but I mean, I love Harry Potter.
Right.
Harry Potter person.
Love the soundtrack. Well, I love Harry
love the
Potter. I
soundtrack.
love the movies. Are you looking forward to the new show?
I didn't even know.
That's okay.
Which one? What?
There's
They're making another.
HBO is
Why?
making.
No. Okay, so no.
I think, one, she doesn't need more money.
The movies are great.
The movies have stood the test of time.
Yeah.
I think they're fine.
And I'm a soulless person where I watch movies and I feel nothing. Harry Potter makes me cry.
Oh,
Yeah.
You have a soul.
You know, the fifth, the Dementor hasn't taken it yet.
Mwah.
You know, in the fifth movie and book, I read the books.
Spoilers.
Yeah. When he's at the end of the movie, he's trying to fight Voldemort in his head. He's laying on the floor and he's like, "You'll never know love, friendship," and he's seeing all the flashbacks of like his friends, and that scene gets me every time.
No, and I'm feeling such a wuss again. Like, oh my god, what if it's be human? Blah blah blah. In The Boys, have you seen The Boys?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. There's a scene where a well-known character who's played by a suspicious actor, so he's about to die.
Chalamet.
He is French. Okay, no, he's not French. He plays a French guy. His name is Frenchie. He's about to die. Like, he's sacrificing himself for the greater good. It's like this evil little narcissist baby man with a bunch of superpowers is about to kill him, or like he's gonna die.
Okay.
And he looks at evil man and he's like, "You look like you haven't danced a day in your life." And I was like, oh my god, no, he hasn't danced. He hasn't danced. He doesn't know what it means to have, community, the village, and living life, and actually living life to live life, and the arts, something like that, blah blah blah.
Well, and it's also selfish too, because if computer is making art, no one's going to pay us to make art, and then we have to have real jobs.
Right. I don't want a real job.
I don't want a real job either.
I want to play. I want to make my reads. I want to bum around. I'm not bumming around, but
you are not bumming around. I know.
I just want to sit there.
No.
I love playing, and I want to play at churches and have old women tell me that I sound incredible.
Yeah.
And now I want
just
them to be
old
young women. Well, the way they say it, it really strikes a chord in my heart. I'm like, I am really good.
And you are.
Thank you. Yeah. See, but that didn't hit as hard as an old woman telling me that.
You're right.
An old woman who really
What if I
believes in God.
pretended to be old?
Okay, hit me with. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Sarah. But I'm also like old demented witch. All right, that's the end of that.
Okay, and moving on.
Moving right along.
That was a really good self-tape for old woman number 2.
I'm also an actress.
Oh, I see it. All the angles.
Yeah.
I feel like you totally could. You could.
No, I could not. I can't even lie to people.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay. Hit me with a lie right now.
I can't even think of a lie. Well, but you're gonna know it's a lie.
Okay, it's okay. You can surprise me with one.
Okay, a lie. I think Emmanuel Pahud is very ugly.
Yeah, so that's False.
Oh, darn.
Gotcha.
Got me.
That's okay.
Well, Sarah, this has been such a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. I feel like we have so many more people to bag on. You're gonna have to come back.
Oh yeah, I can be a recurring like just shit talking episode, right?
Yeah, just
Right.
we'll just have a little disclaimer and then we can say whatever.
Next episode, alto saxophones. We're coming for you.
Oh my god, I just can't stand.
No.
Yeah. So what are you working on next?
Right now I'm doing an internship at Lyric Opera.
Okay.
I'm with the Ryan Opera Center, which is a pre-professional group for, it's like civic orchestra, but for singers. They're incredible, they're amazing. And I'm doing a lot of arts admin focused stuff there. And so, you know, the multiple lanes of a musician. But right now I'm preparing for the Indianapolis English horn audition.
Ooh, okay.
So wish me luck.
When is it?
In January. So I've got time.
Okay, you've got some time.
I've got a lot of time, but I need to lock in because auditions.
You might want to turn off the Young Sheldon.
It was never on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fake news.
I can switch it to Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Maybe that would be better.
Slightly better.
Yeah. Cool. And then your website, you're still running that?
I am. I need to update it.
How can people find it? Because you have a shop and you...
I have a shop. I have a TikTok. I'm trying to get back into it.
How's the name of all of that?
It's all Serenade Oboe.
Okay.
And Serenade is not spelled like one would serenade something. My name is Sarah, so it's Saranade.
It's
Oboe.
very clever.
Thank you.
I was really stupid. I was like, wait, is her last name Nade?
Yeah.
And then I realized.
Yeah, my name is Sarah Nade.
It's like lemonade.
It's actually pronounced Nade.
Serenade?
How
And
dare
you're
you?
Cool. And are you teaching? Are you taking new students?
I am. I'd love new students. I do teach online lessons as well. I think those
Okay.
are really fun and helpful for people who can't make it out somewhere or who don't always have access to facilities. And if you take lessons with me, you get slightly cheaper reads. So
Yeah. Do you teach people to make reeds too?
I'm not good at that.
Okay.
I'm going to be posting a video of me teaching these people how to make a reed, and it is an indication of me as a teacher. Unfortunately, reed making, the way I was taught, was not by also great reed making teachers, just great reed makers. So it was like, it's just a lot of trial and error.
Very different from being a good performer, being a good teacher.
Right.
Same for reeds, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll put all your links in the description.
Thank you so
You're
much.
gonna go famous from this episode.
Oh, I hope. Get big.
Yes. All right. Until next time.
Until next time. Thank you so much.
Yep. Wait. I just need to press the stop.
Ba-da-da-da.
Yay. Okay. Thank you for watching The Practice Room. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, contact me on Instagram or my website if you would like to be a guest or would like to suggest a guest. Links in the description. Thank you.